You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Tony Basilio welcoming you to another edition. It's award-winning, it's action-packed, it's nonstop. It's really total nonstop entertainment for the ages. 2 hours of powers is what we have to play. Sans Matt Dixon on a day where the Vols jump off for their postseason. I don't know. Is that an omen? Who wrote Omen, John? Do you remember back in the day, or the movie Omen? Do you remember Omen? It's kind of a big deal in the 70s. Omen.
Yeah, I remember Gregory Peck played in it.
Okay.
So did what was her name? Good gosh, Titans-Bill would know.
Who played in Omen?
William Holden.
William
Holden was in it. Gosh, I don't remember who wrote it. I remember what was the guy's name that wrote The Exorcist? William Batty?
I don't know. That got beyond me, because all I think about when I think of The Exorcist is Linda Blair and her head spinning around.
I never saw that movie, never wanted to.
Really? When your head, here you go.
I don't care about stuff
when your head spins. I always had a good line that I said I would be like Linda Blair and my head spinning around, and my head would spin like Linda Blair and hurl on Middlebrook Pike. That was one of our lines. Sound endearing? Does it sound like a show you'd listen to?
Not really.
Really? Okay.
You've evolved since then.
We've evolved. Brian Hartman, Quay to the Possum, Miko. What you doing,
it's
Brian?
a John Adams Tuesday.
Presented by Jennifer Morris. Next move, SmokyMountains.com. Let me get in the shot here. Laura's tighten this thing up on me. Which way am I going? Okay, I gotta get myself up here so I can see myself. But to the radio listener / app listener, I love you. I appreciate you. I know you don't get the love that the YouTubers get, but I love you nonetheless. And Brian, what's our first pitch today? Because I'm going to be doing the post game because Matt Diskin is indisposed. And I don't know if Willie Heflin. I haven't communicated with Willie Heflin.
Scheduled
Willie
to start about 5:30 Eastern, but
Okay.
Right now Missouri and Ole Miss are in the top of the second inning. So depending on how long these two games go, it could be after 5:30 Eastern. Hopefully, no weather.
All right. So, Brian, Willie Heflin just had a baby. I really shouldn't rely on Willie to come in here this week, John, right? I should let him be. He's on maternity leave.
Oh, definitely. Just leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Yeah.
I have an issue tomorrow night. Laura, do we need to talk this out? Yeah, we do. What do you mean, no?
No, Tony.
How's it going to get resolved if we don't talk it out?
She doesn't care. Okay?
She does. It's our business. What do you mean she doesn't care? It's our business.
She doesn't care about dealing with it right now.
Brian Hartman's away.
She wants you to focus.
All right. Brian Hartman's away. All right. Brian Hartman's away.
You just talked to him.
I know, but he's away. He's
so what?
He can't be here tomorrow for the post game.
Okay, you're talking about tomorrow.
Yeah, so check this out. I have to play music at Knoxville Museum of Art. It's kind of a big deal. It's been on the calendar for months for us, okay? Huh? A week what?
That was classic. It's been on the calendar with us
No. We had to get
for months.
You've only known about it for a week. Gosh, he's getting mad.
Well, she should. Here
Why
you are.
should she get mad at that?
Because it's the hyperbole, man. And then you didn't.
It's been on.
It affects her, and you didn't even mention it to her.
Right,
Oh, by the way,
here's the deal. I haven't heard if Will's on maternity leave or not. He has not told me that, okay? But I don't my inclination is I don't want to bother him. John, would you come in and do the post game tomorrow night for us?
No.
Well, Brian can't do it, and Matt's indisposed.
Will you pay me?
Yeah, I'll pay you. What time's tomorrow's game, Bri? If the Vols win today, we got to talk us out here. It's
scheduled to be the same time as today's.
What time is that?
5:30 Eastern.
Yeah, I could do it.
Laura said, somebody on the Facebook, the YouTube said that Laura said to Tony, I didn't do it.
I just thought it was classic.
I didn't do it. It's been on the
listen. No.
Lancey knows we're playing the Knoxville Museum of Art tomorrow. It's been on the book for months.
What
but
time
Laura's only known about it for a couple days. Okay, I didn't do that. Well, I did do that, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But who knew? Who knew? I didn't know that this thing was gonna blow up and be a thing.
Tony,
I didn't know if the baseball team was gonna qualify for the tournament. To be honest with you. Oh, everybody makes it, don't they?
So how are you going to do the post game if you're at this museum?
Well, I'm not. That's the point. That's why you're going to do it.
Oh, by myself?
Brian, can you help him with it post game tomorrow?
I'll be.
He's
flying back.
Here's what you need to do.
I'm not sure where I'll be at that point.
Tony,
get Laura to do it.
No, don't do it.
I have to do it. We do one after every game.
You don't have to do it.
We have to do it.
No, you don't.
All right, hang on.
It's an SEC tournament game. NCAA tournament? Yeah, fine.
Hang on, I have an idea. In this magic town, bum, 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 bum. Do
you want to be a radio sports talk show host? Or do you want to be a musician? Which one?
How about Reese Chapman getting hit? Well,
how about listening to what I'm asking?
I have a commitment. Hey, sweetie, we need to turn the video on for the people on the other deal. Reese Chapman took a shot in the face. Oh, okay. Reese Chapman took a shot in the face, John, yesterday. How does that happen? Poor guy.
Baseball fields can be dangerous. And the problem with it for players, this is so routine. They're in their comfort zone when they're on a ball field.
Yes.
And so it's easy to forget that they're in harm's way and they have to have their head on a swivel.
Yes.
And I have to be alert at all times, but it's kind of hard to do that when this is just part of your daily routine. Mm-hmm. You're very comfortable. You're relaxed. You love being in a ballpark. But those balls are flying around at 100 miles an hour, and things happen.
Jack Veltri, by the way, Gamecock Central is going to call in 20 minutes. Sean, how would you like to ply your trade as a young man like Jack Veltri, who we've had on, Sharp Kid? How would you like to ply your trade around Gamecock sports? They've got
better have a backup plan.
They have a women's program.
Better have a backup plan.
Football, no good.
Baseball's falling off the map.
Baseball is.
Men's basketball is not even faring well. So what does that tell me? NIL is a big problem in South Carolina.
Anybody have any ideas?
South Carolina has never been that good at football. If you look at South Carolina's football history.
Yes.
Lou Holtz pumped it up for a while. Steve Spurrier did an incredible job. When you look at what Steve Spurrier did at Duke and what he did at South Carolina, that really was a greater accomplishment than what he did at Florida, even though he won a national title at Florida, because you look at the history of those programs.
Yeah.
South Carolina in football, for the longest time, you could count on one hand how many bowls the Gamecocks had played in.
I remember when they won that one CarQuest Bowl, they put a VHS out. It was their first bowl win, I think, in program history in 1965 or 1995, rather.
They had a really long drought. And so
Sparky Woods years were so fun, though. Mo?
I kind of like the Shane Beamer years, to be honest. I'd like to see him stay there. I like him on the sideline. I like all those looks. I thought it was one of the greatest moments. We've talked about this before. One of the greatest moments of the 25 season. His halftime interview when he was beating Texas A&M. What was it? Was it 28-0 at halftime?
Yes.
And he walks off the field
and was pointing.
He was pumping his fist.
Yeah.
And they talked about it like, hey, this is no surprise. This is what we do.
So here's the deal, Brian Hartman. The way I look at this, you're traveling. Matt's away. John has said no. We've got Craig Jenkins.
Craig's not doing that.
Hang on, stop.
How about W. Lynn?
We've got W. Lynn, and Craig Jenkins could come in and do it. We've got Negative, who I said today should get a look by the Vol Network. Now that Ramon Foster's gone with the Titans, I think Negative. Listen, Negative and Mike Keith. He's like over there, just so excited to be there, and Negative looks at Mike in the middle of fourth quarter and goes, "Mike, I don't even know why I play these games. I don't even know why we play them. I mean, Heupel stinks. I mean, look at this place, this Neyland Stadium. Look at this place. It's so minor league. Why are we doing this? Why even bother?"
That's pretty good.
Negative's tweets to me or text to me the other day during the Oklahoma series. Brian, you might have thought the Vols were losing 35-0 in all three games. The way he was just prattling on and on and on.
Well, I tell you, gosh, I wouldn't mind seeing Titans Bill do the show. I really wouldn't.
Somebody said Rapper Andy. Mike Keith's not going to do the post game for us. He's got a.
I've got it. Florida.
How about Brian Rice?
Brian Rice is not a bad idea.
But he's doing softball. I've got.
Not Wednesday.
All right, you ready for this?
No.
For this?
I've got it. You have Rapper Andy.
No, you're trying to be funny. And Andy, I don't think it's funny that you would host, but Andy, let's face it. I would never take somebody like you, Andy, because our buddy in Maryville, Andrew in Maryville, would call in and Andy would go, "The baseball Vols, they got it all, y'all. The baseball Vols," and he would rap back all his replies. And I don't know if we'd move many products or keep many listeners at that point. To the visual folks, the great Jennifer Morris and Turner are up on your screen on the right side. I've invited Jennifer Morris to do the show tomorrow night, and she says the following: "Tony, I can't. I'm deep in paperwork." What the heck?
I've got to clean out my closet.
I'm tuning in now, though. Jennifer, here's the deal. This never happens, but Will Heflin just had a baby. The Vols play today with South Carolina. Is there a chance, Brian, that South Carolina beats the Vols?
Yeah, that is a possibility, but
should we cheer for that then, from our perspective?
No, I would never cheer for that.
Well, I'm supposed to produce a post-game show after every game.
Are you contracted to do that?
Well, I'm doing tonight's guest.
No, just ask.
Yes, I'm doing tonight's game. I'm doing tonight's show.
Yeah.
Because I'm the only one left.
Mm-hmm.
Could you live 5 minutes away? Could you come over and do it? You could do it easily. You just don't feel confident in your hosting ability?
I could host it.
Would Adam Sparks do it?
No.
Why do you so dismissively? That's a big honor to get to come in here and on the blowtorch and do it. I mean, the way you just so dismissively said that.
Maybe Blake Toppenmoyer can do it.
Toppenmoyer. Could he do it? Topper Moyer?
Topper Moyer? Where did you get that from? Blake. It's Blake Topmeyer.
And by the way, Jennifer, could you do it? I mean, I just texted at Jennifer, I need you. I could see Jennifer doing it with her personality.
If I would do it.
She's boss, dude. Jennifer's boss.
I would do it.
Laura loves Jennifer.
Okay. I might do it if Jennifer does.
Do these guys have a run in them? Are you buying?
Tony.
Do these guys have a run in them, John? Yes or no?
Here's
this baseball team.
Why don't you get this other issue resolved?
Which issue?
About who's going to host your show.
Well, here's the thing about this, and I don't folks understand this. This is not a radio game. I'm trying to figure out if I can get tomorrow night covered, because one of our hallmarks here is when news breaks out, we break in. When a game happens, we're on post game, okay, in the postseason. And during baseball season, we've done 10 post-game shows after each series, which is pretty dogged determination. That's showing up and doing it.
After every series?
After every series on Sundays.
So not after every game.
But in the postseason, it's after every game.
But the postseason just started.
A couple yahoos invited themselves in here, John. We're not letting any, like Justin.
Well, you got to be careful who you let in your house.
I mean, I love Justin Denny, but
yeah,
I ain't letting just.
Do they want to bring a dog too?
I mean, you gonna crack on Jennifer Morris? She might bring Turner. Play with Lulu in the backyard.
If Jennifer agrees to come by and pick me up and bring me over here and do the show, I'll do it.
Jack Veltri.
What was that noise?
Jack Veltri, Gamecock Central. Jack Veltri.
How we doing, guys?
Not well.
Why is that?
Just Tony being Tony.
That's not a surprise.
Of course it isn't.
Jack, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, guys. Doing good. Out here in Hoover, getting ready for some baseball later on today, and I'm sure it'll be a short stay for one team today, most likely South Carolina.
Well, Jack, I've got a conundrum. Are you flying or driving back from South Carolina?
I'm driving. It's about a 5.5 hour ride. So
okay, so what route?
Drivable.
What route do you take? I've got a little idea. What route do you take?
Honestly, I'm not even sure. I just plug it in the GPS and I just go.
Did you come like through Knoxville to get there?
No. I did not come to Knoxville.
John, what are you shaking your head at? I'm trying to find a solution over here.
I know, but Tony,
Jack. Tomorrow night, we do a post-game show after every Tennessee baseball what do you call them? Postseason games, okay? And my entire crew is indisposed. One just had a baby. One is in Palm Springs. One is indisposed. One is not wanting to cooperate. And I'm even leaning on Jennifer Morris, who's the realtor of the Stars, but she tells me she's up to her neck in paperwork. Could I get you to reroute your route for like $75? Would you come in and do the post game?
Oh man! I mean, look, it's gonna be a long. I may end up being here longer in Hoover than I expect. You know, South Carolina.
Well, hey, if you guys, let me ask you this: can you win today and not make tomorrow possible for us? Not make that have to happen? And what are the chances out of 10 that South Carolina comes out today and balls out?
Oh man, you know, they have surprised me at times this year with some games that, like against Texas earlier this year, they just absolutely rocked their ace on a Friday night. I think it's possible that Carolina wins this game. Maybe they'll be motivated to play more than Tennessee. I don't know, but I think Carolina probably loses this game. But I would say the chances, like out of 10, I would say like they have like a 3 out of 10 chance maybe to win this game.
Seymour Joe called me a clown and said that $75 wouldn't cover his gas to come out of the way. Is that true, John?
No, man. No.
You would do it, Jack. You love me. Jack, you would do it. You love me.
I do.
Just for the opportunity. Jack loves this show. He loves the vibe.
I do love coming on. So.
See?
You know what this is what this is about. It's about your lack of planning and preparation. You knew Will's wife could have her baby.
Right. Will Heflin, former Vol great. His wife just had a baby.
Brian Hartman had this trip
It
planned.
was very untimely, by the way, with the postseason upon us. Not that I'm whining about it. I mean,
but you could have said, Brian, you can't go there. We'll need you in the studio. But he went. So,
Brian, how long ago did you plan this trip?
Late February.
Hey, Jack, that doesn't sound to me like that was going to, late February was a long time. Who could have seen this, Jack? I couldn't have seen that Tennessee be playing in this early in the tournament, Jack, right? I couldn't have seen that.
Tennessee, yeah, I think – I mean, I don't know what the expectation – I mean, again, I haven't followed Tennessee that closely this year, but obviously I know, enough to know that Tennessee is still a good program. It's just, Tony Vitello not being there, I think there was going to be a little bit of a drop-off. But, yeah, playing on day one, probably not ideal. But I think that's a little misleading, though, because I think Tennessee has played so much better lately. They've won 3 of their last 4 series. They just took 2 of 3 against Oklahoma and OKC. They took a series against Texas. Like, the team right now that's playing really well is not the same team that, lost a series to Kent State or got swept at Vanderbilt.
Hey, John, I get the feeling this baseball team's playing differently. They look differently. They're acting differently. There was a different vibe about them. It feels different what this team's doing right now.
I think the team turned around in response to your derogatory comments when you called them losers. I think that was a motivating factor, a rallying cry.
Jack,
thoughts?
Jack, when a team's several games under 500 in their league and underperforming, is it okay for somebody like me to use the term losers toward them?
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Like for South Carolina, yeah. Potentially, because they haven't really won much the last 2 years. Tennessee's a little different, though. I think Tennessee, like Elander, I think has done a pretty good job there, all things considered. I could be wrong on that.
But no, he's done a very good job. You're right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's done a good job. And, look, you could say this is Tony's roster, which by all accounts it seems to be for sure.
Yeah.
But, look, he's working with what he's got, and he's doing a very good job.
Jack, I would not be being responsible toward you if I didn't ask you this. Give me the health of the Carolina Ball Club coming into today, and do they have any concerns? Tennessee had a kid yesterday get hit, and he's not going to play in the tournament. I found out. I saw that. Reese Chapman's not going to be available in this tournament. I just found out a second ago.
Will he be ready for the NCAA tournament? That's the relevant question.
He hopes to, yes.
That's awful.
Yeah, I think the thought is he's probably going to require surgery, but he's going to wait till after the NCAA tournament to get it done because he wants to be with his teammates.
So he'll have to wear some sort of a mask?
I would suppose.
That would be hard to do, batting.
I would suppose.
Vision.
What a terrible. What's amazing, guys? And we all go to the parks and have seen, and you've seen it too, Jack. When these guys are warming up, the balls are flying around, and you just wonder how that doesn't happen more often on a baseball field.
Funny story for you guys. So I remember last year I was at Arkansas, and I had just gotten to the ballpark. It's about an hour and a half before the game. South Carolina's going through BP. And I had someone tell me, with the South Carolina program, that one of their pitchers got hit by a home run ball during batting practice and was in concussion protocol. So I totally understand, these freak things. They happen. Yeah, like you guys are right. They happen more than you think.
Tony Vitello got taken to a medical facility. I think it was a season before last. He was standing off to the side. Somebody was taking batting practice. He was over near one of the dugout type areas, the cutout type areas, and a line drive just hit him square right in the face. Just right in the eyeball. Just nailed him. You remember how gruesome it looked, John, at first?
It was really a scary injury. He could have been very seriously injured.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that Canigliaro guy was never the same. Those balls are going so fast, and when they're batted, just everything about the game is, especially on the collegiate level with those aluminum bats, how fast that ball's going, or whatever the bats are made of. They're not made of aluminum anymore, but you get my point. All right, Kevin Schnall, tell me about it. Do you believe, yes or no? And do you believe in life after love, as Cher once said? Do you believe in it?
I think it's very possible. I do. I think South Carolina is going to pursue him as much as they can. Let's put it this way. I think they're going to go after him and make him say no. That's what it's ultimately going to come down to. And, whether or not he really wants to leave Coastal, I think that's the situation with a guy like him, especially, is that he's a lifelonger at Coastal. He played there under Gary Gilmore. He's coached at Coastal for, almost, at this point, I don't know how long, but he's had 2 separate stints there that have gone over a decade. So over 2 decades at Coastal. That's tough to leave, especially when you have a pretty good situation there. Now, can South Carolina definitely beat Coastal in terms of financials and resources? Yeah, obviously. They're an SEC program. But I think it really just comes down to whether or not Schnall wants to leave for that job. Because, again, he didn't leave for the Tennessee job when he had the chance. So, what would make it different for him to leave for South Carolina is my question.
Well, and here's the thing, right? When you start talking about a guy like that, and you start talking about somebody that's been at Coastal, you start talking about somebody that's had the success he's had in a couple different stints, to your point. And he was there as an assistant for 12 years. And then since 25, he's been the head coach, but he also came back as associate head coach for 8 years before that. So he's been on a 9-year run there. And he's seen him go to a couple College World Series with him there. And the truth is, what sport number, and I'm just going to ask you this, what sport number in terms of priority on South Carolina's campus would he be if he went to South Carolina, if he made that move? Because this is the calculation that I'd have to be making in my head with any of these jobs these days with NIL on these campuses. So where would you rank the baseball job in order of priority on that campus?
It's very important. It's you have the stadium renovations going on right now at the football stadium. Those are obviously very important.
That's number one.
I would say, rebuilding getting the football program what it needs, that was definitely important. But right now, I'd say the baseball job and hiring the right candidate is so important. It's probably the most important thing going on this summer for South Carolina, besides those renovations, just because it's the baseball program.
So,
there's
John,
history, there's tradition.
On that campus, correct us if we're wrong, okay? John and I will attempt to rank. Football is always going to be one on these campuses. Women's basketball too there, John?
Yes.
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 And then it's either going to be basketball or the baseball program. What ranks higher over there? Jack Veltri, Gamecock Central.
I'd say football. Depends on how you look at the women's basketball program because there's a big difference. There are South Carolina fans and then there are Dawn Staley fans. What do South Carolina fans care about more? I'm not including Dawn Staley fans. They're just Dawn Staley fans in this because that makes up a large portion of that fan base.
So she has a cult of personality. She has a cult of personality around her, is what you're saying?
But that's part of
people love her. That's part of the fan base. I would say, in my opinion, it's football, baseball, women's basketball, and then men's basketball. Again, there's more tradition and history with the baseball program. No disrespect. The women's basketball program is doing a lot more right now and is the more winning program overall. But I would just say, when you ask a South Carolina fan, just an average South Carolina fan, they probably would say the same thing, is that baseball, over the other sports.
John?
Well, I don't think you could separate the two. It's like when Pat Summitt was here, she was the Lady Vols basketball program. So to me, that made it important. I think Dawn Staley, it's the Dawn Staley program. So I would think because it attracts so much national attention.
Crazy.
That the women's basketball program there is a bigger deal than baseball.
Hey, let me tell you this: back in the day when Pat Summitt had this thing really cooking in the '90s, the men's side of things was extremely jealous of her success. I mean, there was all kinds of like backbiting in the athletic department going both ways. They had two separate athletic departments back then. It's kind of hard to remember back then, but there was heat between them. Does that exist on South Carolina's campus, that she's had so much success that she's like sucked the life out of some of the on the men's side of things in basketball?
I don't know about that. I don't think it's kind of like what you guys are saying about Tennessee, where there's two separate, entities. Like yeah, Dawn has, she's her own person. The women's basketball program at times can feel like it's a separate entity, but at the same time, they're all under one roof, and they all seem to support each other really well. So I don't think it's that much different.
Jack, in your humble opinion, given the starter, given what's at stake today for South Carolina, given that one more loss and they're on the golf course, so to speak, if they were an NBA team, they'd be planning their trip to Cancun. I don't know what college baseball players, I don't know what that, would they go over to the beach maybe over there, the Grand Strand, so to speak? But what do you expect happens today? Do they have one in them for the baseball Vols today?
I think they end up losing this game, South Carolina, that is. I just think, they've lost 12 games in a row for a reason. Not much has really gone right. The big thing for me is these first few innings today.
Yeah.
If Carolina's behind early and they just look kind of lifeless, then they're going to lose this game. But if they're showing some fight and they're keeping it close, then I think they have a chance to win today. But ultimately, I think everyone's ready for this season to get over. And I just don't know which South Carolina team is going to show up today. So I'm going to take the one that hasn't really played well enough lately to win a game.
Jack Velcher, you're kind of the man. Second question for you, because I'm going to talk about this in a segunda. The Savannah, I can't even say it probably. Savannah Bananas are coming here this week. They're playing one game at the Smokies' new AA ballpark. There's going to be like 11,000 people jammed into that thing on Thursday night. And then there's going to be like 100,000 people jammed into Neyland Stadium to see them Saturday night. Have you seen Savannah? Why do I have trouble saying that word? The Savannah Bananas. Do you have trouble? Have you seen them? Have you ever seen them live?
Yes, I saw them last year.
Was it any good?
I would say it's entertaining. It's you got to separate it from actual baseball. That's how I have to look at it. It's like the Globetrotters. You can't. It's not real baseball. It's sure they're playing a game, but it's definitely not the same at all. But if you can look at it from a having fun standpoint, then yes, it's very entertaining.
Did you find yourself laughing and giggling at some of their stunts and that sort of thing?
I thought so. I thought it was entertaining. They're not for everyone, obviously, but me and my fiance, we had a great time going last year. It was a great time, and
nice.
And yeah, for sure.
Did they use any like local celebrities during their deal? Did you see them in in Columbia you saw them?
So I can't remember who it was they had, but on the specific day I went, because they were there for 2 days at the Panther Stadium in Charlotte. I know they had Greg Olson one day. I believe the day I went, they had Luke Kuechly, former Panthers linebacker.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. For Tennessee, I would think it's probably like Peyton Manning, and I don't know who else, but definitely Peyton makes a lot of sense to be one of the guys to take an at bat, as they call it.
Yep, that's what they do, John. They plug in local celebrities.
Yeah, but I think I don't think this event is big enough for Peyton.
What? It's going to be 90,000 people in Neyland Stadium on national television. Yeah, it's going to be big enough. Do you know does John understand how big a cultural phenomenon these guys are?
No, I don't.
Huge.
I'm aware of them, but I don't see how they could be that appealing.
Jack, explain how big they are. Explain it, Jack.
It's insane. They're going to sell out Neyland on whatever days they're there.
Yep.
They might break a record for how many people they could fit in that stadium. Like, it's just going to be nuts, I'm sure. And it's It's definitely different for sure. The dimensions make no sense because, again, they're playing in a football stadium and left field like 200 feet away. But it should definitely be a really good time out there. I don't know if you guys are going or not, but I would recommend it. If the price is right, then I would go.
Give me some details. Sell me on it. Give me the best thing that they do.
It's fun. You'll laugh, especially with your sense of humor.
That's essentially
Make you feel good.
Yeah.
Make you feel good.
If you want to have a good time watching some baseball and laughing, that's probably the place to be.
You got to free your mind, man, and the rest will follow, brah. But you can't go in there. You can't go in there expecting to watch a baseball game. You have to say,
well,
okay,
of course not.
I'm here to have. But the guys are great athletes. They do all kinds of trick things. Like a ball will be hit to the shortstop. He'll do a 360 and then throw the ball to first base and make a nice throw. It's right. It's pretty good athleticism, right, Jack? That's the thing about it.
I would say so. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. I can't emphasize that enough.
Yeah, I was never really enthralled with the Globetrotters.
No.
I mean, it was like watching I don't like watching the Three Stooges movie.
You probably cheer for the Generals. I love the Three Stooges. What's wrong with the Three Stooges? Jack, did you watch the Three Stooges as a kid?
No, he didn't.
Sure he did.
Yeah. I did not.
Brian Hartman, did you watch the Three Stooges?
No.
Yuck.
No,
I remember the Three Stooges. Yeah.
You never watched them, though, did you, Brian?
Maybe I did. I don't know.
No,
I'll tell you what, with my follically challenged nature, I started out as Larry. Then I ended up as Curly when I had the male pattern baldness. And now I'm just Shemp. So, but listen, I appreciate you, Jack Veltri, Gamecock Central. Do you have anything else for us here on the way out? You've been phenomenal. Tell the living listener where they can find you, where they can follow along, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, appreciate you guys. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. Jack T. Veltri is my Twitter handle. And then we're on GamecockCentral.com with On3, which is, if any one of y'all's listeners are subscribed to VaultQuest, we're on the same platform, so you can go check us out over there. And, it's all under one roof. So that's really it. But I appreciate you guys.
Much love to you. Thank you, my man. Oh, he jammed it on us. That cat had enough, Bri.
My wife, Melinda, just sent me a text.
Does she want to do the show?
No. I signed up for a lottery, quoting her. I signed up for a lottery to see the Banana Baseball, but didn't get in. I would love to see them. She would like stuff like that.
Well, Chris the Great, you bow your head and you say his name. Chris Allen's coming on. He holds the keys. You can always do the ask and be a hero at home.
What?
What do you mean, what? Chris Allen, CFO of the Smokes, your Knoxville Smokies, are coming on.
But then you would
coming
be
on at noon. You'd be asking him to let you and your lovely bride in. He could do that. What do you mean? It'd be a full week for you because Wednesday you'd be doing the post-game show. By the way, Jennifer Morris has spoken on the post game.
Yeah.
And I don't know if our streak's going to stay alive at this point, but we'll continue with more right after this. You know how East Tennessee takes its barbecue seriously. Well, TMG Fest is about to take it to the next level. Saturday, May 23rd, Hardin Valley Event Center. Doors open at 2 and the event runs till 9. A live fire barbecue competition and full-blown festival all wrapped into one. 15 pitmasters from all around the country. Teams coming in from Texas, the Carolinas, California, and of course from Knoxville to square off in a legit smoke-off competition. And the cool part, you're not just watching. You get to walk around, taste what they're cooking, and help decide who wins. It's a real crowd judging situation, and that's just the competition side of things. There's also a live fire cooking demonstration happening throughout the day. Learn techniques, how they manage their fire, how they work with different cuts, different wood, different pit styles. If you're someone that loves cooking outdoors or wants to get better at it, this is a great opportunity to learn up close and personal from the experts. And it's all wrapped in a real festival atmosphere, live music, lawn games, food vendors, and the block party energy just makes for a great day, rain or shine, from 2 to 9. Kids 12 and under get in free. So bring the family. Tickets on sale now at tmgfest.com. That's tmgfest.com. TMG Fest, Saturday, May 23rd, Hardin Valley Event Center. This one's going to be fun. tmgfest.com. Life never stops moving. And between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up. A tire designed for doers. A tire that's going to last. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire. He doesn't always drink beer, but when he does, he definitely prefers Dos Equis. That's right. The most interesting man in the world has returned, and he's more interesting than ever before. His phone is addicted to him. All of his teeth, all are wisdom teeth. So raise a Dos Equis to the man, the myth, the legend. And remember, stay thirsty, my friends. Dos Equis, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776. Or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Nothing reminds you of how much you rely on your air conditioner like the first really hot day in East Tennessee. Schedule Pipe Wrench Home Services' $79 seasonal tune-up now before the heat sets in. Our certified technicians inspect, clean, and fine-tune your HVAC system to help it run efficiently and reliably while reducing the risk of breakdowns when you need it most. And while we're there, we can also recommend ways to improve your indoor air quality for cleaner, healthier air throughout your home. For more than 20 years, homeowners across Knoxville, Maryville, Oak Ridge, and surrounding communities have trusted Pipe Wrench Home Services for dependable comfort. And with our same-day service guarantee, you won't be left waiting when comfort matters most. Schedule your $79 seasonal tune-up today at pipewrench.com. Same-day service guaranteed, or the visit is free. Offer valid on standard systems only. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
Baseball fans, it's time to step up to the plate. Look your best. Get some new Tennessee gear from Alumni Hall. Alumni Hall has the best selection. Top brands for you to choose from this season. Look, it's nice and warm outside. So get into any of their 6 air-conditioned East Tennessee locations. Shop online, download the app, grab your Tennessee baseball jersey, your hat, your decal, maybe a T-shirt, and they have so much more. Earn $10 in rewards for every $150 you spend. Go Vols and shop Alumni Hall, your ultimate Tennessee shopping destination. Touch them all with Alumni Hall. When it's time for a fresh coat of paint, run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. Interior and exterior, Walker's Painting's been making it beautiful since 1999 across the Knoxville area. New construction, repaints, commercial, residential, free estimates available. And get this, mention you heard Walker's Painting on the Basilio show, 10% off your first job. Let's go! Run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. 865-688-1410. That's 865-688-1410. Walker's Painting, making it beautiful since 1999. Check out the ad at the blog at tclub.team. Walker's Painting. Tony Basilio back with you. You know what's crazy is serendipity. It just never fails. It just never failed because Matt Dixon's here. And Matt was going to be predisposed or tomorrow, and now he can do it. God bless Matt. Because in my time of need, the great Jennifer Morris said the following, Tony, I can't do it. Have Will come in with his new baby, and they can do the show together. That was her solution. Will toddling his baby on his lap, John. She said, Houston and Heflin, attorneys at law. She said, that's my name for that little guy. His name's Houston Heflin. She said, it sounds like a law firm. It's a great name, Houston Heflin. Is that like an alliteration? Is that what we call that?
Yes.
John, presented by Jennifer Morris, Next Move, SmokyMountains.com. John, should I go hard on Jennifer for her response to me, or you think it's acceptable?
If she's a sponsor, I don't really think it's acceptable.
I love her. She's the best.
Yeah, I know you keep saying that, but you judge people by their actions.
What does that mean? You judging her because she wasn't going to come in? Is that what you're saying?
No, she's not obligated to come in. You are taking advantage of her sponsorship. You thought you could manipulate her into doing it.
I thought it'd be cool. I thought it'd be fun for her to come in and do it. I think she'd be great at it too, by the way.
She'd be good at it, sure, but she's very busy. She's got a thriving business. She's got a lot on her plate.
She does have a thriving, yeah. You know why she has a thriving business? Because she's very good at what she does.
Yes, and also because she puts in the time.
Oh, I got an email from a guy the other day who said, Tony, I heard you talking about what Jennifer did. She said she found another family member of ours a home at their rate, and she shouted him out, or he shouted her out. God, I can't even speak today. Matt Dixon, welcome back, Cotter. How you doing?
Good. Glad to be able to be on here. Really glad that I schedule's freed up the rest of this week. Watch some baseball in Hoover as opposed to what I was doing.
Abbondante. As they say in Italiano. Matt, are you a Savannah Bananas guy? Why can't I say that word?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, I've never really watched it. Don't really. The Globetrotter thing's probably the best comparison, and it's it's an event for people who aren't like real baseball fans. I think it's more the crowd that they cater to, and whatever they're doing, it's working. I mean, they sell out stadiums across the country.
Yeah, I gotta say that we are really getting after it here. Tomorrow, tonight when the game's over, Matt will be with me, and then tomorrow Matt will be in studio, and that happened organically. Matt, I did not know you'd be available tomorrow, right? Like that, people think that was a bit what I just did for the first half hour. Was that a bit, Matt?
Well, I didn't hear you the first half hour, but no, I was my week had been tied up doing the civic duty, but it's freed up now. So no, I can trust me. I'm glad to do it. Much rather do that than what I was going to be doing.
All right, let's talk about tonight. That poor Tennessee baseball team, that Reese Chapman thing. I mean, one has to wonder, is this baseball season just not meant to be, John? I mean, how does something like that happen?
But it happened to Tony Vitello, got hit with a ball. So it just happens in baseball.
Yes.
Again, you just have to be, I mean, things can go wrong, and it's kind of hard to be super aware every minute when you're in a very comfortable very familiar situation.
It's impossible, right?
Yeah, you just can't.
Because you never think a ball's going to hit you, because it never does.
Well, never say never.
But yeah, the Reese Chapman deal, we're not expecting him to play in this tournament. Even if Tennessee advances, we are expecting him to play next week. We are expecting him to then he's going to put off surgery, apparently, to fix whatever happened to him.
Well,
is he a tough guy, John?
He's a very tough guy.
Tell me about him.
He comes from a tough family. I did a story on him earlier in the year.
Yep.
About his mom. His mom and his stepdad compete in this. I'd never even heard of it. Tough Mudders competition. They run 5 and 10 mile courses with obstacles, including a patch of mud with overhanging electrical wires. Just about everybody in his family is a pretty good athlete.
Tough Mudders.
Tough Mudders competition. He woke up when he was in high school. No, this was in middle school. I'm just looking back on this article. He woke up at 5:30 a.m. in middle school, he and his brother, so they could do weight workouts before school. This is a tough guy.
God.
But what sort of, and whatever decision he's got to put his health first. If there's any risk in playing, he certainly shouldn't be playing. But so many guys in college sports now, if there's the slightest distraction or something happens, no better. And you got people a lot of times whispering their ears that you need to sit this one out.
You got agents now telling kids, hey, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that, you don't need to.
Yeah. But see,
save yourself for the draft, whatever it is.
Yeah,
that's a thing now, man. That's a tough thing now.
And I tell you though, particularly with baseball, most guys that play baseball really love baseball. And to not play, I mean, you see how much Reese Chapman loves it. He just got a serious injury, a scary injury.
Yes.
I mean, that would make me anxious being at a ballpark after getting hit in the face with a baseball. Imagine standing there in the batter's box and somebody's throwing at 97 miles per hour after you just got hit in the face with a ball.
Tough Mudder competition. Where do they hold that? Like, is that what do they call that? The Iron Man, and then there's
this is
like one of those
I
deals,
guess it's
right?
it's like the Iron Man. It's in Colorado,
and it's co-ed. Is it like a co-ed thing? You said that they do it together.
He and his mother and his stepdad did.
I've seen the stepdad. I wouldn't play with that guy. That dude looks like somebody could hurt somebody.
Well, he played in the NFL, I think.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Not surprising.
You thought his arms were big enough to play in the NFL.
They were down at Calhoun's Eating, right? And we were doing the show, and you know me. My voice is kind of cranky, and I'm kind of annoying. And he looked up.
Kinda.
And he looked up at me like, I don't know if I like the tone of. And I thought to myself, I ought to turn this speaker down.
Yeah.
Before I'm going to make a business decision.
Yeah.
And when Brad comes by and says, "Hey, why is your speaker down lower?" I'm just going to say, my cord shorted out. You know what I mean? Because that guy was fixing to come up there and short me out.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that was thinking, I just kind of like to throw that guy in the water.
Yes.
I'm just kind of tired of that voice.
He a big old fella. So, Matt, how do we expect the baseball team plays today, and what do we expect they do in lieu of Chapman? Have we announced that?
I haven't seen anything.
Okay.
The two options would be to just insert Nate Eisfelter into the lineup there in right field. He's played there some and kind of he's replaced Chapman in a lot of these midweek games. Mm-hmm. The other option would be to move Jay Abernathy into the starting lineup, and I guess you'd probably move Garrett Wright to right field, but he's not played there this year, so you're kind of moving guys around there. But you could do that.
I don't think I'd do that.
I'd say one of those two because that's the crazy. Chapman started 55 of their 56 games. He missed.
That's sad, man.
One of the very early February games, but that was it. He's been a staple. Is your hottest hitter right now. It's a shame that he's injured. Hopefully he's back for regional. But Eisfelter would probably be my guess, unless they want to put Abernathy out there
in right field,
center, where it's Hoover is a little bit bigger park with a bigger outfield, and that's always a plus with Abernathy.
Could you put Abernathy in right field and just rather than destabilizing your outfield with this?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, but he's only played center and second, so again, he's more suited for center than I'm not sure Garrett Wright necessarily would be an ideal right fielder either. So if they don't want to mess too much of it up, you just insert Eisfelter, who got some at bats against Oklahoma there on Sunday.
Yeah.
And he's at least played right field in games this year.
Dave on YouTube is saying, John, that it's not the end of the world. Chapman's going to be okay. That's real easy for a guy to say when somebody gets their jaw broken. I'm glad Dave's so glib about it.
Is his jaw broken?
He said he's not dead, Tony. He's going to be okay. Well, he's got to have surgery after the season, so something broke.
If he has a broken jaw, he can't eat solid food.
Well,
I don't see how.
Just kind of.
I don't think he could play in an NCAA tournament with a broken jaw. He might have had facial bones broken, but it's a serious injury.
They're going to pop his cheekbone enough so he can open and close his mouth, and then he's going to have surgery.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm not into.
What is that?
I'm not a malleofacial, whatever they call that. I'm not one of those people.
That's not a medical term.
But Dave,
the doctors don't say, "Hey, let's go pop his cheekbone in."
Dave's like, he's not dead. He'll be okay. Hey, Dave, thanks for breaking news. God, Dave.
Jeez.
Just when I'm ready to think you're not a reprobate, you go and do reprobate things. You reprobate.
Man.
Matt, what kind of start do we expect from the Vols today? And I mean on the mound. Perfect scenario, we get what out of our freshman? Just dead letter perfect day for him. What do we got?
Best case scenario, he gives you, 4 or 5 innings of, gives up a couple of runs. But ideally, he'd at least get you through the order once. If you can get anything more than 3 innings from him, I would probably consider a win.
Wow.
You'd hope he got there and do pretty well. He's given up runs like 5 straight appearances against SEC teams. So, but yeah, if he can give you 3 innings, I'd take that.
Well, that tells you how much Chapman will be missed, because he, as you said, he's the hottest hitter. And you're going to need some runs.
He's had a great season.
You're going to need some runs in this in this game and every game in that SEC tournament with that thin pitching staff.
The other thing I want to underscore about Reese Chapman, and you said it, John, is how much it means to him. Look, listen, in the NIL era, we have to put our arms around the athletes who it matters to. And we have to call them out, and we have to celebrate them. And a guy like that that's willing to play next week with an injury like that, which I'm telling you, he's pretty hurt. I'm going to share with you that he is worth, and that is worth calling out, and that is worth celebrating.
Imagine how teammates look at him for what he's doing. Again, a serious injury, and one that could affect you psychologically very easily. Serious injury, how teammates would look at him, as opposed to someone who's doesn't seem that injured but can't play.
Hey, Matt, that's another good point. Hey, Matt, Volgirl 1 asks, do you think we can see more velo on his fastball as a starter today since he starts the baseball game in terms of the juice that he'll bring to the mound?
I mean, you might see a tick or two up in that first inning just because he's got some juice to him. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly possible.
Matt, why don't you? I was just thinking about I watched pretty much every pitch of those last two series. And how would you, if you were managing with Tennessee's bullpen now, give me the order of trust you have in relievers? 1, 2, 3. The top 3 guys you would count on going into the SEC tournament, going into the NCAA tournament. Can you give me 3 guys from that bullpen?
Brandon Arvidson and Bo Rudy would be the first 2. Yep. And then there's a pretty big drop off there, unfortunately. And then, it had been Appenzeller, but he kind of struggled. We'll see what he does today. But I mean, outside of those first 2, I mean, you're going to have to just take a chance on like a Nick Abraham or Ethan Beato, a couple of freshmen. Yep. that have given you some solid outings in midweeks, and Abraham was really good against Vandy in some extended innings, but that's that's the issue this team has, and with Landon Mack out, it's kind of been
what's your take?
Really, you just don't have pitching, and it's a shame.
It's a little bit of a problem.
Matt, what do you think on Mack? Do you think he will be ready for the NCAA?
I've thought all along that he'll be back. They keep treating it like it's not any kind of long-term thing. Like, I think he still has been throwing. They haven't shut him down. But you'd like for him to at least throw an inning or two in the SEC tournament just to get back into things and not have 3 or 4 weeks off before you get into a postseason game that would probably be an elimination type game for you. So if he doesn't pitch in the SEC tournament, I'll be pretty concerned.
We just had an ABS, by the way, and the umpire was correct. Burke said most of these ABS calls, so you're going to see the umpire is correct on them. I don't know if you all agree with that or disagree or where y'all are on that, but that just occurred. So 865-200-5402. Remember, they're using the replay system that you're seeing in Major League Baseball. Each team gets 3 challenges. You'll see that tonight. It's a 5:30 first pitch, Eastern time. Tennessee and South Carolina. It's been suggested over here that Tennessee is getting ready to play a midweek opponent, and they're undefeated in midweek, and that South Carolina should be considered as a midweek opponent. I don't know that I agree with that. It's still a Southeastern Conference baseball team. They're still capable. John, they're what? 0 for their last 12. Is that the word?
I didn't realize they were that bad.
And Negative is telling me that that he had a teammate play with a broken collarbone football. Well, Dave, okay, fine. All right, great. He said the guy was crazy. Okay.
He should know.
865-200. Brian from the top rope.
From the West Coast.
Brian, West Coast Brian from the top rope. Hey, Nega Dave, sometimes you can be a real punk and a clown, dude. And sometimes you can be a clown and a punk, and I don't know what you are.
Somebody play football with a broken collarbone?
He's, everybody knows somebody. Did the guy, hey, Dave, did the guy walk like 5 miles in the snow to school in bare feet? You knucklehead. So we continue with more on the other side right after this.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Tona B, inviting you to experience the Collins Insurance difference. And what's that? How about multiple top carriers that you can trust? Like Erie, they underwrite our entire Rainier studio and everything around it. Travelers, Hartford, Hanover, Progressive. We do what's right because we care. In today's technology-driven world, maintaining the human touch, Bruce Springsteen, is one of our main focuses. We deliver the best customer service humanly possible. We give you someone that you can actually call or sit in front of. Imagine that. No call centers here. Experience the Collins Insurance difference. Check them out at collinsinsurantetn.com, and they're Mrs. B approved. Collins Insurance.
Big news, Basilio family. Get ready because the 2026 Knoxville real estate market is officially shifting into high gear. All signs are pointing toward a record-breaking year, and the energy across East Tennessee is absolutely electric right now. Whether you've been dreaming of finding that next home, looking to capitalize on your current equity, or ready to dive into the investment world, the timing has never been better. Having a game plan is the key to winning in this fast-paced market, and I'm ready to help. Give me a call, Jennifer Morris, at 865-694-5904, or reach out at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
This Memorial Day, leave the cooking to us at Calhoun's, the taste of Tennessee. Make Memorial Day easy with a family feed pack. No prep, no stress. Just incredible barbecue for everyone. You can order online in minutes at calhouns.com. Swing by for convenient curbside pickup. You get your choice of fresh smoked pork, brisket, barbecue chicken, or ribs. All absolutely delicious. And then Smoky Mountain baked beans, creamy country slaw, Calhoun's barbecue sauce, of course, plates and napkins, and buns. Plus, you'll receive a free gallon of tea, plus some fresh baked cookies. When you order online for pickup, May 22nd through the 25th, you'll use the code Memorial Day at checkout. So make Memorial Day easy with the family feed pack from Calhoun's. Order online at calhouns.com. The taste of Tennessee. Basilio here with the great Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, I can hear it in the background, brother. It's World Cup season, and you guys are in the middle of it. Talk to me.
We are excited. Our U9 through U12 trials just kicked off today for our locations in Knoxville and in Johnson City. So we're ready to offer any player top-level competition, top-level training anywhere they want to be in Northeast Tennessee. In our programs, we offer competitive play for anywhere from 9-year-olds to 19-year-olds. We've got two locations. Our location in Knoxville is kind of our home base, and our location up in Johnson City in the Tri-Cities area is our FC Alliance North. Both locations are growing tremendously, and we're excited about what the future holds here at both locations.
Growing the beautiful game in the season of the World Cup. Chad Stockton, how can folks get more information?
Go to our website, FC Alliance or FCAllianceNorth.org, and both locations we're happy to serve the beginning player or the more experienced player, because what we will promise is the top-level training and top-level leagues that we can play in for all of our players.
Growing the beautiful game in Knoxville and now also in the Tri-Cities. FC Alliance. Thank you, Chad Stockton.
Thanks, buddy.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Got a plumbing or HVAC problem at home? Whether it's an AC that won't cool, a furnace acting up, a clogged drain, or a water heater problem, Pipe Wrench Home Services is ready to help. Right now, when you schedule any HVAC or plumbing repair, your service fee is waived with the completed repair. That means expert help fast without the extra cost just to show up. Our certified technicians will quickly diagnose the issue and provide reliable solutions to make your home comfortable again. And with our same-day service guarantee, you won't be left waiting when help matters most. For more than 20 years, homeowners across Knoxville, Maryville, Oak Ridge, and surrounding communities have trusted Pipe Wrench Home Services for dependable comfort. Schedule your repair today at pipewrench.com. Same-day service guaranteed, or the visit is free. Service fee waived with completed HVAC or plumbing repair. Restrictions apply. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm gonna hop online and I'm gonna get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
When a dangerous, overgrown, or storm-damaged tree is threatening your home, your car, or your family, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes, your local tree-cutting experts. From precision tree removal and trimming to emergency storm cleanup, ECR Total Landscapes has the equipment and the experience to get the job done safely and efficiently. Call today to set up your free estimate, 865-384-2012, or just go online to ecrtotallandscapes.com.
You know how East Tennessee takes its barbecue seriously. Well, TMG Fest is about to take it to the next level. Saturday, May 23rd, Hardin Valley Event Center. Doors open at 2 and the event runs till 9. A live fire barbecue competition and full-blown festival all wrapped into one. 15 pit masters from all around the country. Teams coming in from Texas, the Carolinas, California, and of course from Knoxville to square off in a legit smoke-off competition. And the cool part, you're not just watching, you get to walk around, taste what they're cooking, and help decide who wins. It's a real crowd judging situation, and that's just the competition side of things. There's also a live fire cooking demonstration happening throughout the day. Learn techniques, how they manage their fire, how they work with different cuts, different wood, different pit styles. If you're someone that loves cooking outdoors or wants to get better at it, this is a great opportunity to learn up close and personal from the experts. And it's all wrapped in a real festival atmosphere, live music, lawn games, food vendors, and the block party energy just makes for a great day, rain or shine, from 2 to 9. Kids 12 and under get in free, so bring the family. Tickets on sale now at tmgfest.com. That's tmgfest.com. TMG Fest, Saturday, May 23rd, Hardin Valley Event Center. This one's going to be fun. tmgfest.com. TB back with you. 865-200-5402. If you want to get in the hunt and in the mix with us as we are jamming out with you, there it is. I knew I was out there for a second. We're getting ready to get this board replaced. The fun never ends around here. All right, John, I got a fun fact for you. And the fun fact, let's see here.
How did you come up with this fun fact?
Brian Hartman sent it to me.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, why don't you share the fun fact here with John Adams? Because it is a fun fact. At least I think it's a fun fact. Go ahead, Brian.
So LSU's football, men's basketball, and baseball went they combined 15-41 in SEC games this year. That's the worst mark in 50 years for the big three men's sports.
Say it again, Brian. Say it again, because that's crazy with the money they spent. Say it again.
LSU's football, men's basketball, and baseball went 15-41 combined in the SEC this year. The worst mark in 50 years for those three major men's sports.
Boy, you talk about not getting much bang for your bucks. Good gosh.
And two of those coaches got fired.
Well, that tells you something else. They've just got so much money to throw around.
How do you have that happen when you've got that kind of coin? You know what that shows you? Money and everything in these deals.
No, but when you break it down in each sport, okay, McMahon, the men's basketball coach, has been struggling since he took the job.
Yeah.
Not under the best of circumstances. He struggled, so that's not a shocker that he didn't have success this year. Had a key injury. You look at baseball, the guy's won 2 national championships. So he's obviously a good coach, but he goes to the portal. Tennessee has had a really good success in baseball in the portal.
Yep.
They brought in guys that you think are going to be really good, and they actually were really good.
Yep.
It didn't work out that way for LSU this year. It just shows you the volatile nature of college baseball.
Yep.
We got spoiled by watching Vitello's team year after year after year, just a certain level of consistency. That's kind of the exception in that sport. And then you go to football. Brian Kelly's won everywhere he went.
That was incredible.
Wherever he's been. And in truth, he wasn't a disaster. He won. He didn't win enough. And when you have that kind of money and that kind of political leaders like Louisiana does, I mean, when Texas A&M went in there to Tiger Stadium, beat their helmets off, they just said, this is embarrassing to us, to me. Let's get rid of this guy and start drumming up support for that move. But that was crazy. As successful as Brian Kelly has been, I'm not saying he did a great job, but
Lane Kiffin's got to contend with that now. It's nuts.
He does.
It's going to get and he doesn't know that yet.
He doesn't realize that. No. He's on the other side right now where they adore him. Oh, look at our coach, man. He's not afraid of anybody.
Come to Knoxville and lose a game with your roster, and then we'll see how they're treating you. But let's do this, because we'll get back to that. The great Chris Allen now joins. He's over the whole shooting match with my Smokies, who have a huge, and I mean a huge week at Covenant Health Park. Not only do they have the homestand going on, not only do they have the Grateful Dead night, which I love the Dead music, and Jimmy Buffett night, which is going to be so next level, but they also have the phenomena in the world of sport known as a Savannah, if I can only say it, Savannah Bananas here. I have such trouble saying it. Wow, what a week for you guys, huh?
It's going to be an exciting week here at Covenant Health Park, no doubt about it.
This Savannah Bananas opportunity, how did it come about?
Well, Visit Knoxville. Kim Bumpets and her staff, they first reached out to the Bananas about bringing them here. And, the play was to play, obviously, at Neyland, which is the big venue. And that's pretty much what the Bananas are used to nowadays, is large 100,000-plus venues. But I was very thankful that during that conversation, they mentioned the brand new Covenant Health Ballpark and how they would like to get them to play here. And one thing led to another. Next thing you know, I'm talking with those guys and we get a deal worked out. So it's exciting to have them here. We're the only minor league venue the actual Bananas, I can't say it either, the actual Bananas are playing at this year. So that's a nice feather in our cap, and we're looking forward to it. We really are. The crowd is really pumped up about it. They're pumped up.
I was trying to explain to John the phenomena they are, because to some extent they are a worldwide phenomena, yet they stay under the radar to some extent. But they're a phenomenal success in the baseball industry, yes?
Huge. I mean, I'm telling you, there's not a hotter ticket in Knoxville right now than the Savannah Bananas ticket. I mean, it is absolutely on fire. Those guys are doing something right, I'll tell you that. And what they're doing is they're putting fun back into baseball. You know, baseball traditionally has been a thinking man sport, yada, yada, yada. And a lot of people, the slow pace of baseball can steer fans away. But they're bringing fans back in droves. So, MLB should embrace the Bananas, and I think they have. But they're putting fun back into baseball, and it's the community and the folks across the country and really the world are responding well.
The thing that's really to me that kind of blows my mind about the Savannah Bananas is the way they play to all these, like you were talking about. Not only do they play these big houses, but they're able to get these like major league players to come out of retirement and take a swing and that sort of thing. Do they have any tricks up their sleeve for their event with you guys on Thursday that you can share with us?
I'm sure they do, but I will tell you what, they're so close to the vest, they haven't shared any of that with us. I mean,
wow.
They take their show very serious. I'm sure we're all going to be surprised and shocked with the folks they bring here. But they have a way of, I think people just want to be part of this. They see everyone having such a good time. It's a neat thing to be part of. And, Tennessee with all of the sports legends right here through Knoxville over the years going to UT, they probably have a Rolodex of people to call on to get them involved out here. So there's no telling who all they'll have involved.
The great Chris Allen joining. The Smokies are hosting. They get the first crack at the Bananas. Who then will go to Neyland Stadium on Saturday. But again, they're a worldwide phenomenon. Plus, Chris has a huge homestand. I mean, they're pulling out all the stops with what's coming to Covenant Health Park this week. And Chris, nice enough to join us, great corporate partner of ours. And Chris has also been so great to our Keith Hatfield Memorial Tailgate for the kids in the fall and some of our other endeavors as we look to do good things in our community. And Chris, I publicly thank you for that, as I have personally thanked you for that down through the years.
Thank you. We're happy to be part of it. You know that.
What type of crowd you guys, like how many tickets are out for this banana thing?
Every seat in the house is sold. There's a seat taken by everybody, plus some standing room only. We'll have 8,000 floating around this ballpark, which will be about its capacity. We don't want to overflow it because then you ruin the experience for fans. I mean, if you're in the ballpark and you don't get a view of the field, then that's not going to work. You need to be able to see the show. And I will tell you this: the Bananas are excited about doing their show at a small venue again compared to where they're typically going. They've told me I don't know how many times that the show here will be better than the one in Neyland because you'll be able to see it. You'll be more on the action. You'll be more feel like you're part of the show. So I'm excited to see what they have up their sleeve.
And that is how they started, right? They started as a small ballpark kind of deal, and they would come like on off days when teams were away, right, and out of town. That's how they started their deal, right?
Yeah, they basically started. Jesse Cole's the owner of them, and he a part owner of a team in the Coastal Plain League, which was a summer collegiate league, which is similar to what we have in the Appalachian League. And he moved his team from Martinsville, Virginia, to Savannah, Georgia, where the Savannah Sand Gnats used to play in the South Atlantic League, which immediately he changed the name, which makes sense. Why would anybody want to be named after the biggest pest in the world, a sand gnat? Have you ever been around sand gnats? Why would anybody like the sand gnats? But changed it to the Bananas, kind of have a fun name, had fun with it, and started putting his plan in place. And slowly but surely, he outgrew that league and decided he was going to go off on his own, which was a heck of a risk on his part. And boy, has it paid in droves for him. I mean, it's really responded well, and he had a good idea. It's again, I really look at this. It's so simple. I can't believe it took this long for someone to think of this. You take baseball and put all the fun back in baseball and have entertainment, and have these guys are kind of like WWE stars.
They're master entertainers,
and the crowd's going to respond.
Yeah.
So it worked well.
John's lovely wife was listening to us because Sean was no-selling, last hour like John Adams does. And
what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
I was no selling. What are you talking about?
I mentioned bananas. You poo-pooed it. You said you didn't like the Globetrotter. She texted you and said, John, I got in the lottery and tried to get tickets. And so this is the part we're going to kind of lean on this guy that's on the line and see if we can get you on the stage.
That would be unprofessional, Tony.
Oh. Well, let's say hypothetically that I was to reach out to you. Chris, how many people have done that? How many people have tried to work their connection with you to try to get into this thing compared to other events?
This has definitely been the most event I've ever been part of since I've been here in Knoxville. I'll say
They're
that.
phenomenal.
A lot of folks have reached out to me, but a guy like you, Tony, with your clout in the community, I would figure out a way to get
God, John! Dreams come true, John. Dreams come true.
Chris, if you were,
yes, sir.
Could you synopsize what do you think makes this so appealing? Why is this thing? Why has it become so crazy popular?
I think it has everything to do with baseball. Everyone likes to say they're a baseball fan, right? I mean, I'm constantly at a speaking engagement or in this meeting or that meeting, and I run up to people and be like, "Oh, I love baseball. I love baseball." Well, when's the last time you've been to a baseball game? Well, I went to one last year. Hadn't been none yet this year. Things like that. Not necessarily the Smokies, but just in general. Everybody wants to like baseball. I really believe that. The problem with baseball, it got so mundane. And again, look, I love the game. I've been working in baseball 26 years, played college, played pro. My whole life I've been around the game of baseball. But I can tell you, baseball, a game can get very boring if you're playing game 52 of a 142-game schedule, where there's really nothing to win or lose that day, just to maybe go up in the standings. So I think when they brought the fun into it and all the quirkiness, the dancing and all of that, now they took all the people that love baseball and give them a reason to go back to the park and watch baseball. I think us as minor league operators, we need to do the same thing in our ballpark. That's why we do all these different promotions, is to get them in the ballpark. Now, we have a lot of rules and regulations on what we can actually do because of being affiliated with MLB. But the Bananas don't have those rules and regulations, and they can have all the fun they want. They make the rules in their league. And I'll tell you, look, my mother's 76 years old. And last year here at the ballpark, first game she comes to, she's like, "You know what make this great? You need to get the Bananas to come here." And I'm like, "Mom, how do you even know about the Bananas?"
Wow.
But she knows about the Bananas. So I think it resonates well. And I will say this, I think MLB at first was kind of pushing back from the Bananas because of what they were doing to the game and calling it banana ball. But I believe that's they've done a 180 with that. I think they've embraced the Bananas because they see it's bringing fans back to baseball. To me, this is a great thing. It's a wonderful thing. Well, people here Thursday night that didn't even know we had a new stadium built here because they hadn't paid any attention to baseball. But now they're going to get a chance to come out and see this venue, and I think they'll like it. And they should have a great show. And I got nothing but great things to say about the Banana folks. So far, they've been wonderful to work with. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the weather holds off.
That's a great way of putting what you just said in terms of there are a bunch of people. They're attracting a bunch of people that wouldn't go to a baseball game. That's the amazing thing about what they're doing, John. That's remarkable. Like your wife, when she said she entered the lottery, were you surprised by that, John? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know she'd entered the lottery until she texted me. But one thing about baseball is that most people have played some form of it at some point in their lives. It might have been t-ball. Yes. It might have been softball. And when you think about it, how old guys are playing softball.
Yes.
They can't still play basketball. They certainly can't play football, but they're still playing. So people do identify with the sport.
The other thing about baseball that I've told Chris Allen down through the years, which is astounding to me, is I've gone to games like any game, major league game, games here, games anywhere. I can't remember the last time I had a bad time at a baseball game. You have to try to have a miserable time at a baseball game. You got to try.
I couldn't agree more with that.
There's something magical about it. And I don't know. It's not even about, it's just about being there.
It's that helps explain the Field of Dreams.
There's something, it's romantic. There's something about it. It's in our ethos. The whole baseball experience is so much a part of who we are. And now it's a world game. The world's caught on to that. After World War II, we took it with the Barnstormers and barnstormed all around the globe. And it's literally, isn't that astounding how it's a world game now, Chris Allen?
Yeah, I mean, well, you look at the player in baseball, he's Japanese. You know, Ohtani
he's unbelievable.
Arguably the best player in baseball. I still think Aaron Judge is the best player in baseball personally. But yeah, I mean, you look at any roster, you've got players making up the entire world on that major league roster. And, you know, America is the one that introduced baseball to all these other countries.
Well, who's the White Sox player? He doesn't.
I can't pronounce his name,
but he's from
he's turning heads.
He's from Japan. He's one of the top home run hitters in baseball this year.
Yeah, he hit 2 against our Cubs the other day, which I wasn't too happy.
Well, but the White Sox have kind of come out of nowhere now. They were the worst team in baseball for several years. They've got some pretty good young players, a pretty good lineup.
He doesn't care. He's a Cubs guy.
They do.
Well, I know, but that relates to have the Cubs and White Sox good at the same time. Creates a lot of interest, I think.
Well, I think it's good for Chicago. It's good for baseball when those old teams like that are good. I hate to see the Red Sox not good. You always want to see the Red Sox and Yankees competing.
Bino is a big Yankee fan. Really hates it. Hey, by the way, Chris Allen, share with us the rest of the homestand, because the hope is that people come Thursday and say, "Hey, let's come back here," and you're really throwing it at the wall this week. I mean, this is. When I heard Jimmy Buffett, and I know one of the acts you guys are bringing in, it's unbelievable. And then the Grateful Dead night, share it with us, what we're doing here.
Yeah, I mean, we got Buffett, Margaritaville here Friday night. That's always one of our top 2 or 3 nights, right up there with our UT night. And then, you know, we're in a doubleheader on Saturday, and, you know, we're going up against the Bananas over at Neyland. So my thought was, what can we get to not get to, that are not baseball fans getting out here? So we said, let's have the Dead night that night. You know, Dead fans will go anywhere for their music, and hopefully they'll come to a baseball stadium to listen to their music that night. We got a lot of fun stuff. We're doing jerseys. We got posters. Like, I know if you've ever been to a Dead concert, you always want to buy the poster they have there because they become so collectible and so valuable. We're having posters that we'll have out that night. So there's a lot of cool, fun stuff here surrounding that. We're doing fireworks Friday and Saturday night. So we've got our own version of Banana Ball over here, and we will have a great crowd each night. Hopefully the weather holds off. Really, I hope the weather holds off.
The weather, man.
This is the one week.
Gosh.
The 1 week we don't need any bad weather, unfortunately.
Well, and plus you get that Grateful Dead night. You have Banana Night, and then they have spliffs that are as big as bananas. Those folks, when they start. But anyway, only I'm going to go there with you. But anyway, I can't keep my mouth shut. Chris, if folks want more information, how do they get more information? And I appreciate you, my man. I love you.
Hey, same here. SmokiesBaseball.com. You can get all your information there. Hopefully you have some time to come out and watch a ball game this week. And, you know, it is a big week for us. But it's a big year. We got a good team. We're in second place right now, a couple games out of first. So, you know, maybe we can bring our first championship to Knoxville in 40, 50 years.
God. Chris Allen, love you, brother. Thank you.
Hey, thank you guys. Y'all have a great day.
He the man. John, that thing's a phenomenon. I do think we can get you in if you want to go. I mean,
what night
if
is
you're
it?
Cool like that? Thursday.
It's I do agree, like going to any baseball park.
It makes you feel good.
And it also makes you want to eat.
Yes. Matt, you and I have talked about that, right? You just love the game, but I've never had a bad time at a ball game. Even if my team gets skunked out, you're still hanging out with people. You're still enjoying yourself. They do a really nice job with the game presentation. And I bet you during Grateful Dead night, if that wind shifts a little bit, you're going to smell a little something in the air. You bring those people into your ballpark. Matt, you ever had a bad time at a ball game? That's what I just told him. I just said they're going to be bringing spliffs in the size of bananas.
No, not really. Not unless it's been weather or the really, really rare exception where there's an awful fan. But no, it's like you said, it's really hard to have a bad time at a baseball event.
Unless you're at one of those early season, like somebody said, Tennessee baseball vol games, and it's like 10 degrees outside. That doesn't sound fun.
I remember the first time I ever went to a major league game. I was a teenager, and it was just an incredible experience to see these guys playing Major League Baseball.
So we got more strikes being called balls on this ABS thing, John, that we're going to follow this week.
More strikes being called
early returns from Berkey. More strikes being called balls than the opposite, than balls being called strikes.
Well, hitters should like that.
Yes. The zone has shrunk lately, so hopefully ABS helps open the zone up, Matt says.
Well, I agree, because I think you go back and look at how Tennessee's lineup started. We thought this would be a heavy-hitting team.
Yeah.
We've had so many heavy-hitting teams here in succession. 5 straight years now of over 100 home runs. Nobody had ever done that in the SEC. But you go back and you look how the season started, there was a point of emphasis to widen the strike zone.
Yeah.
And I just wondered if that might have affected Tennessee hitters. I mean, it obviously didn't affect everybody. Some teams hit really well out of the gate. But if, it kind of, there's an adjustment period in there. But the way they're hitting in the last 40 or so games compared to how they were hitting in the first 20 or so, my gosh, they had trouble scoring runs against Kent State.
Jennifer Morris, John, might never talk to me again. I asked her if we're still boys and sent her a love emoji. She kind of hasn't responded. I wanted her to do the show. It wasn't a bit earlier. Matt was predisposed. I can't talk about what he was predisposed doing, but let's just put it this way. It's civic duty. John, I thought could kind of jump at the chance to come in and do tomorrow night's Garza Law extra innings if needed. He just kind of dismissed it. Brian Hartman is traveling. I'm playing music at the Knoxville Museum of Art. That's not a bit. It's been on the calendar for like 3 months. It's kind of a special deal over there.
It was so special, Laura didn't even know about it.
Will Heflin Will Heflin chose this moment of all moments to have a baby. And I want to keep a streak alive. So I reached out and said to Jennifer Morris, will you do it? And she suggested that Will come in and bring the baby, and we could have it sponsored by 2 law firms, Garza Law Firm, Fifth Quarter Fan Reaction, presented by Houston and Heflin Attorneys at Law.
Hey, I bet you Will's dad would do it if needed.
Well, now it's not needed. Now you're going to do it, which thank God Matt's back in the boat. But Matt will tell you, it was not a bit. Like literally, I was on here trying to figure out how we were going to do this in the first hour. This is a family deal. This is what we do. And Nega Dave, you're starting to piss. In fact, Nega Dave, you can't call Heupel a lazy slob football coach in the chat. Your ass is out of here. You're taking a 24-hour ban, and I'm erasing everything that you've written. And you need to STF you, Dave, you clown.
So
don't talk about him like that. You can say what you want to say. You don't have to call somebody a slob. Okay, Dave?
You're out of here like Florida.
Yeah, you're out of here like Florida, Dave.
Tony.
Thank you, Taylor.
Could I say something to you very seriously? Can you take anything seriously?
Please.
Anything?
Please.
Okay. The way you were talking about Jennifer.
Who I love.
Yeah. You stepped over a line there. You don't realize sometimes you think you're being funny.
Yeah.
And the other person isn't laughing.
She texted me just now and said, I'm listening. She goes,
Please put Laura over client retention.
She said, I don't think you realize how busy I am.
Thank you.
She just texted me.
Okay, see what I mean? You think it's all a big joke, but it's not a big joke to everybody. and you'll go on and she say, "Oh, she's just kidding." Ha ha ha. No,
I don't think she's kidding.
I don't think she is
No,
either.
I'm
nor
sensing
should
something
she be.
different. I'm sensing something
Well,
different.
okay. Well, why don't you back off? Why don't you just let it go?
Taylor, welcome in.
Tony, when she was on with, I believe it was Hunter Inslee, maybe a year ago.
Yes.
I saw that this lady is very sharp.
Yes.
And an incredible business lady.
Yes.
And I just maybe would humbly suggest maybe have Laura handle that account retention because you don't want to lose
She
her.
loves Laura. Oh my gosh.
Well,
they love each other.
Well, that's fine, but this is business, and she's a very good businesswoman, as he just said. And you need to realize sometimes that you push things too far. I'm saying all this because she's sponsoring me on the show.
Presented by Jennifer Morris, Next Move, SmokyMountains.com. She's incredible. She's great at what she does, and she's busy for a reason because she's very good. And Jennifer, I mean that. You're very good. I love you. That's why I've sent friends your way, people your way. I am now not backpedaling or kowtowing. It's not my style. Jennifer, I love you, and I hope you don't leave us.
Well, you better take sponsor over style.
Next Move, SmokyMountains.com.
Tony, does she handle land or just real estate only?
I don't know.
Brick and mortar.
I haven't heard. I don't know
I'll
if she
give her a
does
call.
land. Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
But,
yeah, she's the kind of person that she gets things done no matter what it is.
SPH Holly, thank you for shutting up Nega Dave for a day. I'm so sick of hearing about his physical appearance. Heupel's not a slob. I agree with that. Thank you. Go ahead, Taylor.
So it's Double Dean Day. I just thought of that because we've got the Dean of the written sports word, and we've got the Dean of the spoken sports word. This is outstanding. It's truly next level.
Double Dean Tuesday. Yep.
You know what my middle name is? Dean.
I would put. I've got a neighbor named Dean. I would put. He's got my legs growing out of his arm socket. He's a former baseball player. I would put Taylor on the Dean's list. We had to have a Dean's list. We had to have callers. I love Taylor. Taylor's going to have his twib tomorrow over at tclub.team this week in Tennessee's baseball. Will it include a win over South Carolina, in your opinion, Taylor?
Tony, we'd have to try. Well, I don't want to say we. I hate when fans say we.
Right.
Tennessee, the baseballs would have to try to be one and done to lose to that Gamecock team. That's virtually impossible.
Matt, is that true? I mean, you don't ever want to say that with baseball, Matt, but do you got to try to lose to them?
You have to have a really bad day, because they've mailed it in for 3 weeks now.
Yeah. They're on their way to Cozumel, like the NBA players. I like Atlanta Hawk team that got beat by 60 in their game. Game 7, let's go out and lose by 60.
What
a disgraceful sport.
But you know what they always say in sports when the tournament, you get to the postseason, a tournament format, they always say it's a new season.
New season.
Everybody gets a chance to start over. It's a new beginning. You put the past behind you. Yet everybody's saying about this South Carolina team, no, they're just horrible. It doesn't matter.
When Laura and I were just married, I'll never forget that 94 season we had that blizzard. And I looked at her and I said, we play Kentucky tonight. And she said, really? You think that's good? And I said, yeah, we got a shot. She was like, a chance for, I'll never forget this. She goes, okay, a chance for what? We made like cheesesteaks. We were all young. I was all magical thinking. That's the night we got beat 61. We were so excited in our little one-bedroom apartment.
101-40 in Kentucky's last guy off the bench, Todd Swoboda. Scored in double figures in the last 2.5 minutes.
You see, Taylor, that's what Tennessee baseball should do to that South Carolina team today. They should send this era shoot them off into the sunset.
Well, I'll say this, and this isn't disparaging Appenzeller, but he's got a freshman wall. He's hit the freshman wall. He's got a very tired arm. He was injured his senior year.
Yes.
And I think the workload has gotten to him. Also, the book is a little bit out on him. He's trying to make some adjustments. So if we see the Appenzeller of late and he gets lit up, all we have behind him in terms of relievers that are the least bit reliable, I hate to say it, is that Bo Rudy and Nick Abraham.
Nick Abraham, there's another one. He's a third. He's a third possibility, Matt. Nick Abraham.
Well, I mentioned we were searching for three relief pitchers you could trust for Tennessee.
Trust is a little strong term, but
the best of what you'd feel best about these three guys, and ask Matt that. And he was kind of shaky on the third guy. Who would be your three bullpen guys if your life was on the line?
Taylor of Twit fame.
Arvidsson, Rudy, and Abraham. That's it. I don't even trust Appy only because of the tired arm and freshman Wall.
So really,
you've only got 5 pitchers right now that are reliable, and that's your 2 starters: Coons, Blanco. Then you got Arvidsson. You got Rudy. Rudy can only give you probably 4, maybe 5 outs. Ugh. He's a short reliever.
Tutti Frutti already.
Abraham. Then you roll your dice with the rest. I mean, Will Haas. You might, he's a freshman. I can't pronounce Beato, but they're just green.
2 types of people.
They're green.
Well, so looking ahead, my contention is Tennessee would have a better chance of winning a super regional than a regional because of its shallow pitching staff.
Would agree. I think that's accurate, but also that's highly dependent on who you see in the regional and who you see in the super. And it looks like Tennessee has a chance to play out of matching up with a Georgia Tech or a UCLA, which would be advantageous. I would love to see them back in Hattiesburg. I think they match up decently well with Southern Miss.
Matt would like to get down there, get a storm warning.
Well,
sit under the metal bleachers.
Storm warnings all week.
Well, that's true. It's uncanny, right? We get to this time of the year, and here come the thunderstorms, Taylor. Every year.
In a month.
Every
it's
year.
Been drought for a month, Tony.
Yes, every year.
Hoover's going to be a rainout central, thunderstorm central.
Every year.
The regionals throughout the South will be, and the supers. It is ironic, and I'm on my way. I'm trying to get in time to Hoover to see the game of the hated, the Wildcats versus the Vandy boys.
I think it's interesting,
and I just hope both lose. And they're both just disgraceful. But I'd like to see that, but I'm stuck in, not that anybody cares, in Atlanta traffic.
Surprising.
Here's what's interesting, guys, on the way out. You've got Reese Chapman, who you did not want to lose. That's your senior leader, the hottest bat. He's been steady Eddie all season. He's great off the field, on the field. Then you lose your number 3 starter, Landon Mack. And the irony here is Chapman is trying to play through arguably some broken face bone, whether it's jaw or whatnot. I wish the kid would just sit down and rehab and be ready for the draft. But he's such a fighter and such a great teammate. He's insistent on trying to figure out a way to play in the postseason. That's Reese Chapman for you. And I don't know this Landon Mack. Here's the problem in sports today with NIL and big money. And he's eligible for the 2027 draft. So I'm sure he's got people in his ear telling him, you're not pitching your best. We don't want your stock to go down. Let's just sit this out. That's a hypothetical, but likely occurring. If you listen to Elander and you read between the lines, it sure sounds like he's got advisors that are likely highly instrumental whether he's going to play or not. Meanwhile, no one's telling Reese Chapman that he's not playing.
Last
thing,
go ahead.
Pause. Infield defense, I tell you guys, the middle infield in particular, playing on artificial turf in the friendly confines of Lindsey Nelson Stadium will hide a lot of deficiencies in the infield defense. On that turf, you get true bounces.
Speaking the truth.
It is remarkably easier playing on turf versus natural grass and natural dirt. We saw that at Chickasaw Bricktown in OKC.
Yep.
We're going to see that in Hoover. This team is not going to make it to Omaha. That's no offense. There's just no chance. But Omaha exposes defense as well. Arguably, Grimmer, I love Grimmer, great bat. You've got a DH first baseman admirably trying to play second base. He got exposed over the weekend. Should have been 3, maybe 4 errors. The official scoring system in college, they'll always err on a hit, but I worry a little bit about the defense if we play on natural.
Thank you, Tay. Thank you, Tay. Be safe going down.
But
how great was that phone call?
It was great, but Tennessee
incredible.
Tennessee has the best fielding percentage. At least it did going into the Oklahoma series. Best fielding percentage in the country.
Hey, Taylor, you got some haters out here over on these guys are jealous of you because some of these guys couldn't put a cogent thought together if they tried. Like Kirby's Floby said, God, this reminds me of getting a root canal. Orange Blood says Taylor's daily lecture. And then I got Buck over here that says the following, John. Now you got callers bringing these people over here, bringing grievance, like Jennifer Morris. He says, yeah, Tony calling me a simpleton the other day. I'm still having flashbacks to that. Do you count that? Do you count my interaction with these people like with Jennifer Morris? Same kind of thing where I need to shut my mouth.
Oh, no, not at all. She's a paying sponsor.
What are these people?
They're keyboard cowards.
Jeez, Brian, that was harsh. Well, but it's completely different. And sometimes I don't think you understand that.
Yeah.
You understand it, but you don't even think about it.
The way I look at this thing, okay, with those people that chat over there, and I'm not trying to rip those people, okay?
Sure you are.
But when I think about these posters over on YouTube, I think about biblical terms, okay?
Plague of locusts?
No. You've got Pharisees and Sadducees somewhere in here.
You love to talk about those groups.
Well, I know. That's the national media, though. Then you've got the tax collectors. Then you've got the lepers. Then you've got the YouTube commentators.
What a depressing.
So, no offense to them.
Assessment.
No offense, but the YouTube commentators.
But there's some of them have some funny lines.
Oh, they're the best. Are you kidding? Except Nega Dave today, who got blitzed and blasted. And
what was that he talked about?
I'm not getting it. I am not.
Buddy played with a broken collarbone.
And there's some 4-star commitment today that committed to Kentucky football. Hey, Dave, we're finally going to play in the portal. Shut up, Dave. You've been wanting this for forever, Dave. And now that it's happening, you and others, I mean, stop. Obviously, that's what Tennessee's doing. That's obviously what they're doing, Dave. Don't you want to save your money for the portal, Dave? You've been bitching about this for 5 years, Dave.
I believe Dave's in your head, Tony.
I believe Dave urinates me off. You got to dream about buying some land and building on that land? Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott. For hundreds in our area, custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contracting. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting. He doesn't always drink beer, but when he does, he definitely prefers Dos Equis. That's right. The most interesting man in the world has returned, and he's more interesting than ever before. His phone is addicted to him. All of his teeth, all are wisdom teeth. So raise a Dos Equis to the man, the myth, the legend. And remember, stay thirsty, my friends. Dos Equis, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York. Tony Basilio along with the great Mark Griffin. And we're here to talk about our friends at Performance Medicine. And Griff, their slogan, stay educated, stay healthy. That's you.
Wow. I really like to think that, Tony, and I'd like to give Dr. Rogers a lot of credit because I definitely want to stay educated and healthy, and knowing that he's putting the time and effort in to make sure of my care. I want to encourage your listeners to put the time to learn and become educated and get to know Dr. Rogers and see if it can help with your health as well.
And there's a really, really easy way to do that. In fact, they've got their own YouTube channel. You can see Dr. Rogers for himself with his staff. It's called The Performance Medicine Show over at the Performance Medicine channel over on YouTube. Also, more information at performancemedicine.net. To our friends in North Knoxville, a brand new location over in Fountain City, now accepting patients. So many ways to reach Dr. Rogers. And like they say, stay educated, stay healthy. Performance Medicine, online, performancemedicine.net.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Like our 2026 football Vols, score a T3 TD every time with T3 Vodka, Tennessee's premium vodka, handcrafted with passion, precision, and a whole lot of pride. Right here, handcrafted in the majesty of the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Quality around here isn't just a promise, it's a way of life. And T3's filtered 10 times. 80 proof of vodka delivering a smoothness unmatched. This dedication to excellence has earned T3 Vodka prestigious accolades, like a 5-time gold medal award-winning vodka and your SIPS Consumer Choice Award medal winner as well. Whether you're sipping it neat, on the rocks, mixing your favorite cocktail, T3 Vodka, your choice for a premium award-winning experience. Be like Maury Hanks. Score a T3 TD. Ask for T3 Vodka by name at restaurants and wine and liquor stores today. Drink it neat, drink it right, and score a T3 TD all 2026 long. Tennessee's Premium Vodka, T3, Tennessee's Premium Vodka, distributed by Empire Distributors of Tennessee.
Big news, Basilio family. Get ready because the 2026 Knoxville real estate market is officially shifting into high gear. All signs are pointing toward a record-breaking year, and the energy across East Tennessee is absolutely electric right now. Whether you've been dreaming of finding that next home, looking to capitalize on your current equity, or ready to dive into the investment world, the timing has never been better. Having a game plan is the key to winning in this fast-paced market, and I'm ready to help. Give me a call, Jennifer Morris, at 865-694-5904, or reach out at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Baseball fans, it's time to step up to the plate. Look your best. Get some new Tennessee gear from Alumni Hall. Alumni Hall has the best selection. Top brands for you to choose from this season. Look, it's nice and warm outside. So get into any of their 6 air-conditioned East Tennessee locations. Shop online, download the app, grab your Tennessee baseball jersey, your hat, your decal, maybe a t-shirt, and they have so much more. Earn $10 in rewards for every $150 you spend. Go Vols and shop Alumni Hall, your ultimate Tennessee shopping destination. Touch them all with Alumni Hall. Basilio here with the great Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, I can hear it in the background, brother. It's World Cup season, and you guys are in the middle of it. Talk to me.
We are excited. Our U9 through U12 trials just kicked off today for our locations in Knoxville and in Johnson City. So we're ready to offer any player top-level competition, top-level training anywhere they want to be in Northeast Tennessee. In our programs, we offer competitive play for anywhere from 9-year-olds to 19-year-olds. We've got 2 locations. Our location in Knoxville is kind of our home base, and our location up in Johnson City in the Tri-Cities area is our FC Alliance North. Both locations are growing tremendously, and we're excited about what the future holds here at both locations.
Growing the beautiful game in the season of the World Cup. Chad Stockton, how can folks get more information?
Go to our website, FC Alliance or FCAllianceNorth.org. And both locations, we're happy to serve the beginning player or the more experienced player, because what we will promise is the top-level training and top-level leagues that we can play in for all of our players.
Growing the beautiful game in Knoxville and now also in the Tri-Cities. FC Alliance. Thank you, Chad Stockton.
Thanks, buddy.
T to the B back with you. John Adams is here, presented by Jennifer Morris. Next move, SmokyMountains.com. She probably became a little more of the show today than she wanted to. We sort of went off the beaten path. We did a little free-form radio, those of you that missed it earlier. Probably wasn't one of my smartest moments, but I don't know. There are a lot of things I do that aren't, well, probably not very bright. I don't know. We fly by the seat of our pants sometimes. Jack Veltri, I don't think he knew how to take today's segment either.
Of course he didn't. And Jennifer Morris texted me and wanted to know, why does Tony keep talking about this? I'm really busy. You think it's funny and it's not.
All right, so we've got calls that are going to jump in. By request, we're going to have Titans Bill in the overtime. We're going to have a real quick overtime segment, but by request, we're going to have Titans Bill, who wants to sing a song to John Adams.
He wants to sing a song to me?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
I don't know. But in the meantime, William Patterson's on the way next. We love you. We appreciate you. I'm running illegal for some reason.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340.
Long story.
WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
W. Lynn's Breath is wondering if rapper Andy's been busy together, putting some rhymes together during the off season.
I'm sure he has. That's what he does. I really would. Yeah, what I would
have a rap off him in Florida at Calhoun's.
God, I can't. You thought of the same
No. At Calhoun's.
Oh, I think that would be awesome.
Can you imagine what people's faces that aren't familiar with the show? Because when he did that Tennessee tornado thing, okay, let me ask Matt Dixon. Matt, were you there that day that he did the Tennessee tornado?
I was not there, no. But I remember where I was.
When Bino shrunk down in his chair, where were you? Where were you, Matt?
I was at the house. I just remember it. That was such a legendary segment.
There were 2 tables of women eating in the back, John. And when he started in, their mouths were like this. Look. It was total art. Art elicits emotion out of people, and fear or shock is an emotion, right? It's a like this, look. And then once he got into it,
that's your best look, by the way.
Once he got into it,
yeah,
I'm here to tell you, they were in like Flint. He pulled them right into the boat, my brother.
So they were it's what happens when you see something that you couldn't even imagine happening.
Right.
It's like, this can't be real.
Because a radio show's happening, and it's just a mundane, it's a little bizarre, and there's a couple bizarre callers, and, W. Lynn's calling in doing like a history lesson or whatever. But then all of a sudden, this guy shows up with a boombox, like an old JVX boombox, and says, play this track. And so I'm holding this microphone down on picture this. I'm holding a microphone down on this thing, on this boombox. And what tune was it to, Matt? Do you remember? It was like the Thunderstruck from AC/DC, wasn't it? He used Thunderstruck.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So how about this? What I think you need to do, I think that would be a great idea for the season opener in Tennessee football on a Friday at Calhoun.
Great idea. Laura may never speak to me again, because the last time he went down there, what did he do, Matt? He did something pretty out of control. And she warned me, because she gave me that speech you gave me. She said, it's not funny. Not everything's. Now you're trying to drag me into this. The speech she gave me after Rapper Andy's last appearance was, and he actually called and apologized to me and her.
Well, I think now
he was tore up over it.
Okay, well, I don't think that would happen again.
All right, let's go back to our phones. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
How my French compatriots doing today?
Hey, Tubbyerland, welcome in.
What I would like to see at Calhoun's is a duet with Rapper Andy and Titans Bill.
Oh, I think that.
Oh,
I think that could be arranged.
Yeah, I could see that. That has great potential. Just the contrast would be stunning. Yeah.
Guys, I call them the blasphemer bananas. I'm one of those people that I've tried to watch that, and it's not that entertaining to me. I call them the blasphemer bananas because to compare them to the Harlem Globetrotters in their early years, they could play with an NBA team. I mean, they were actually playing real basketball. This stuff the bananas are doing, it's like live wrestling, I guess. If that's if that floats your boat, okay.
Well, Tony loves that kind of stuff.
Oh, I know. I never was into wrestling. I was 9, 10 years old watching Ron and Don Wright.
No, I was never into it either.
As much of a Southerner as you guys are.
My dad told me it was fake, and I never cared about watching it again. He said it's not real sports. So, and that was Ron and Don Wright. So, but anyhow, they do have one rule I like. John Adams, your new Sentinel, has printed all the rules in the paper today, the crazy banana rules. The only rule I think could be real interesting.
Okay.
And imagine if this was a real rule and we were playing Texas like the other day. And, there's the Tennessee fans, there's an aisle, and then there was that Texas contingent. Imagine a Tennessee batter hits a foul ball, and it's coming down in that aisle. If a Texas fan caught it, the batter's out. Now, could you imagine what the Tennessee fans would be doing to the Texas fans trying to catch it? That would be live wrestling.
You bring the crowd into foul ball.
Now, I like that idea.
As an out. It counts as an out when you catch it on the out.
I do like that.
But that's about the only one I like. I have seen this, and I had no idea what was going on. Do you know what happens if a batter gets walked? He sprints to first, and he can run as many bases as he can before every player on the team on defense runs in and touches the ball. So if you're watching it on TV and there's a walk, the guy starts sprinting, and all the outfielders and infielders run to second base as fast as they can to touch the ball so he can't run to second. Have you seen that, guys?
No, I haven't. I don't really get the entertainment value in that. But
Bill, are you familiar with the Savannah Bananas, Bill?
Yeah, I'm familiar with them. I haven't seen them play.
You ever watch them on television?
No.
All right, hang right there.
But
hey, Bill, what's a song? Bill, what's a song called you're going to sing? Tell W. Lynn what song you're getting ready to sing is. I wonder if he knows it.
All right, there's a song that's called Andrea that was recorded by the Sunrays. It was a big hit for them 60 years ago.
It was recorded by whom?
The Sunrays.
Never heard of them.
No, I've never heard of them either. Sunrays?
Yes.
Matt, have you ever heard Bill sing Andrea?
Andrea?
Were the Sunrays a beach band, blues? What kind of band, or what kind of?
They were more of a beach band. I would sort of compare them to the Beach Boys.
Okay. Well, I never heard of them. Sorry, Bill.
All right. The lead singer of that group, his name is, I believe, Richard Hahn. And let's see, another member of that group I know of is Marty DiSchiavone. He played keyboard.
Bill, would you do a duet with rapper Andy? Could you sing Islands in the Stream with him? Somebody's recommending that. Like Dolly and
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers.
You couldn't do. No, at Titansville, I see him as a soloist.
The brother Gibbs
and
wrote
Andy
that.
as well.
You think the Gibb brothers are talented? The Bee Gees wrote Islands in the Stream.
Oh, they were incredibly
I mean, that's
talented.
insane.
He wrote a lot of different kind of music.
Everything.
Yeah.
Bill, hang right
I
there.
want to see rapper Andy and Bill do a AC/DC song personally.
Well, I mean, yeah, he adopted Thunderstruck. Matt, what are we still doing on here when we're on the night? Have you thought about that, Matt?
Yeah, I've thought about it. It's a really good question.
Yeah, I got to go, Tony.
All right,
So
okay.
can we let
W.
to
Lynn,
Bill?
W. Lynn, love you.
Love you guys.
Thanks, babe. Thanks, yeah. All right, let's get to it.
This is the Sun Rays.
Yep.
The song is called
Andrea. By the way,
Andrea.
Bill was telling me today that he lived in Detroit and had, back in the old days of rabbit ears television, when you grew up in Louisiana, right? Did you get the did you have the over-the-air television with the antenna and you could pull in stuff?
We had an antenna on our house.
Yeah, so you could get everything.
Yeah.
How far away could you get stuff from New Orleans? Galveston, Texas?
New Orleans a little bit.
Galveston?
But we got to Baton Rouge. We're 100 miles from New Orleans.
Baton Rouge. What other places did you pull in stations from?
That's it.
Come on, that can't be true.
Yeah, it is true.
You didn't move your tenor rotor around? You didn't move the...
No. So
we would get Channel 5 out of New York, Channel 9 out of New York.
Tony.
Channel 11, WPIX.
Let's get on with this
Bill,
performance.
Bill, what stations would you get? Bill, what stations would you get out of Canada?
Channel 9, which was CKLW. I think it's now something else. I think it's now CBET.
CCAL?
And of course, huh?
CCAL was that first one? Did they call it CCAL?
Canadian television. Isn't that cool? Because he was right on the Windsor. He was right on the Windsor line.
They were a Canadian Broadcasting Company affiliate.
That's cool.
I'm sure they had some great television.
What kind of shows they have, Bill?
Well, they had shows like Razzle Dazzle, The Friendly Giant. They also had a show called This Is the Time of Your Life. And also, I saw Mr. Rogers on that was on that station.
I bet you did.
I'm not pulling your leg, Mr. You don't.
I believe you.
I'm Canadian.
He always seemed Canadian to me.
Mr. Rogers is Canadian?
He seemed Canadian to me.
You're a Fred Rogers fan, yes or no, John?
I never watched him.
But just as a human being, a lot of people say he had a real impact on him.
Yeah,
he's a great man.
I think he did. Yeah, yeah.
Apparently he's a really solid human being.
But let's get back on topic here. Yeah. Bill was getting ready to perform, and I'm hanging around here waiting for that. The time keeps moving on, and Titans Bill probably would like to get on with his act.
Sing the song. Go.
Okay. Andrea. Okay. Andrea. Woo. Andrea.
That was horrible, Bill.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It was one of the
Good God.
It was one of the greatest things I've ever heard. Oh my gosh. All right, Bill, thanks. You're out of here. You're out of here. Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna vomit.
Why in the world today did he think he wanted to sing that song from a group nobody's ever heard of and a song that's nobody's ever heard of?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I got some editing to do on this show today.
Can you take their...
It's going to be coming out, yeah.
Okay.
John, thank you.
Very inappropriate what he said.
John, love you. Thank you. Matt, thank you. Love you. Bryce, safe travels. Peace.
They're gone.
Oh, my gosh. things. Okay, I didn't do that. Well, I did do that, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But who knew? Who knew? I mean, I didn't know that this thing was gonna like blow up and be a thing.
Tony,
I didn't know if the baseball team was gonna qualify for the tournament. To be honest with you. Oh, everybody makes it, don't they?
so how are you going to do the post game if you're at this museum?
Well, I'm not. That's the point. That's why you're going to do it.
Oh, by myself?
Brian, can you help him with it post game tomorrow?
I'll be flying
traveling.
back.
Here's what you need to do.
I'm not sure where I'll be at that point.
Tony,
get Laura to do it.
No, don't do it.
I have to do it. We do one after every game.
You don't have to do it.
We have to do it.
No, you don't.
All right, hang on.
It's an SEC tournament game. NCAA tournament? Yeah, fine.
Hang on, I have an idea. In this magic town, bum, 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 bum. This magic
do you want to be a radio sports talk show host? Or do you want to be a musician? Which one?
How about Reese Chapman getting hit? Well,
how about listening to what I'm asking?
I have a commitment. Hey, sweetie, we need to turn the video on for the people in the other deal. Reese Chapman took a shot in the face. Oh, okay. Reese Chapman took a shot in the face, John, yesterday. How does that happen? Poor guy.
Baseball fields can be dangerous. And the problem with it for players, this is so routine. They're in their comfort zone when they're on a ball field.
Yes.
And so it's easy to forget that they're in harm's way and they have to have their head on a swivel.
Yes.
And have to be alert at all times, but it's kind of hard to do that when this is just part of your daily routine. Mm-hmm. You're very comfortable. You're relaxed. You love being in a ballpark. Those balls are flying around at 100 miles an hour, and things happen.
Jack Veltri, by the way, Gamecock Central is going to call in 20 minutes. Sean, how would you like to ply your trade as a young man like Jack Veltri, who we've had on Sharp Kid? How would you like to ply your trade around Gamecock sports? I mean, they've got
better have a backup plan.
They have a women's program.
Better have a backup plan.
Football, no good.
Baseball's falling off the map.
Baseball is.
Men's basketball is not even faring well. So what does that tell me? NIL is a big problem in South Carolina.
Anybody have any ideas?
South Carolina has never been that good at football. If you look at South Carolina's football history.
Yes.
Lou Holtz pumped it up for a while. Steve Spurrier did an incredible job. When you look at what Steve Spurrier did at Duke and what he did at South Carolina, that really was a greater accomplishment than what he did at Florida, even though he won a national title at Florida, because you look at the history of those programs.
Yeah.
South Carolina in football, for the longest time, you could count on one hand how many bowls the Gamecocks had played in.
I remember when they won that one CarQuest Bowl, they put a VHS out. It was their first bowl win, I think, in program history in 1965. Or 1995, rather.
They had a really long drought. And so
Sparky Woods years were so fun, though. Mo?
I kind of like the Shane Beamer years, to be honest. I'd like to see him stay there. I like him on the sideline. I like all those looks. I thought it was one of the greatest moments. We talked about this before. One of the greatest moments of the 25 season. His halftime interview when he was beating Texas A&M. What was it? Was it 28-0 at halftime?
Yes.
And he walks off the field
and was pointing.
He was pumping his fist, and and they talked about it like, "Hey, this is no surprise. This is what we do."
So here's the deal, Brian Hartman. The way I look at this, you're traveling, Matt's away, John has said no. We've got Craig Jenkins.
Craig's not doing that.
Hang on, stop.
How about W. Lynn?
We've got W. Lynn, and Craig Jenkins could come in and do it. We've got Negative, who I said today should get a look by the Vol Network. Now that Ramon Foster's gone with the Titans. I think Negative, listen, Negative and Mike Keith, he's like over there just, so excited to be there. And Negative looks at Mike in the middle of fourth quarter and goes, Mike, I don't even know why I play these games. I don't even know why we play them. I mean, Heupel stinks. I mean, look at this place, the Neyland Stadium. Look at this place; is so minor league. Why are we doing this? Why even bother?
That's pretty good.
Negatives tweets to me or text to me the other day during the Oklahoma series. Brian, you might have thought the Vols were losing 35-0 in all three games. The way he was just prattling on and on and on.
Well, I tell you, gosh. I wouldn't mind seeing Titans Bill do the show. I really wouldn't.
Somebody said Rapper Andy. Mike Keith's not going to do the post game for us. He's got a.
I've got it. Florida.
How about Brian Rice?
Brian Rice is not a bad idea,
but he's doing softball. I've got.
Not Wednesday.
All right, you ready for this?
No.
For this?
I've got it. You have Rapper Andy.
No, you're trying to be funny. And Andy, I don't think it's funny that you would host, but Andy, let's face it. I would never take somebody like you, Andy, because our buddy in Maryville, Andrew in Maryville would call in and Andy would go, the baseball Vols. They got it all, y'all. The baseball Vols. And he would rap back all his replies. And I don't know if we'd move many products or keep many listeners at that point. To the visual folks, the great Jennifer Morris and Turner are up on your screen on the right side. I've invited Jennifer Morris to do the show tomorrow night, and she says the following. Tony, I can't. I'm deep in paperwork. What the heck?
I've got to clean out my closet.
I'm tuning in now, though. Jennifer, here's the deal. This never happens, but Will Heflin just had a baby. The Vols play today with South Carolina.